Okay, this is Aaron from Hawaii Music School, and today I'm doing a lesson for Hawala Schools, and this is the guitar class. A couple things we're going to go over. We're going to go over three parts. We're going to do chords, we're going to do rhythm, and we're going to do the scale that we did last time. Now, I've included a PDF with the tablature for the scale, but I'm going to show you because the important part of the scale is actually the finger placement. Let's start off easy. Make sure you're in tune. Okay, the guitar should be E, A, D, G, B, E. Eddie 8 Dynamite, Goodbye Eddie. This is my E note. A, D, G, B, and E. Okay, so the chords that we're going to use today. We're going to go over C, A minor, F, and G7. So the C chord, we're going to take our first finger and place it here on the first fret of the second string. Finger number 2 is going to go all the way up to the third or fourth string, the second fret. And finger number 3 is the third fret of the fifth string. And remember now, when you're holding the chord, you want to make sure your fingers are arched so that they're not touching another string. And I try to keep my thumb behind my first finger because I find, for me personally, that's where I have the most control over how much pressure I put on it. And so with the C chord, we want to make sure we're picking from the fifth string down. Okay, our next chord is going to be A minor. And A minor, what we're going to do is take that third finger, and instead of putting it where we have it for the C, it's going to be right underneath that finger. Okay, so it's going to be over here at the third string, second fret. So I've got 2 in the second fret now, right? My finger number 2 and finger number 3. And it's going to be strummed from the same point on the fifth string. So 5 strings out. Now F is the tricky one, but we're going to use the middle strings for this. So it's going to be a little bit easier. The way we're going to do is kind of like a cheater version of the chord. We're not playing the full F there with that finger like a bar chord. We're going to do, you see how we did the C note, right? Like this. I'm going to take these 2 fingers and I'm going to lift this guy up. Actually, this guy's going to stay where he is. This finger is going to come down 1 string. So finger number 2 in the C chord is going to go down to the second fret of the third string. And then I'm just going to put my pinky underneath my ring finger on the 4th string. And I'm only playing the 4 middle strings, so I'm leaning my first finger back so that it mutes that first string. So I have this chord. Now if you want to get ambitious, you can try to roll that first finger back and make it flat. And you can get that. And still we're playing the 5 strings, right? We're only strumming from the 5th string down. And to do G, we're just going to take that shape and we're going to go up 2 frets. So we're going to go from the first fret with my first finger all the way up to the 3rd fret. So the chords go C, A minor, F, G7, or actually G in this case. So C, A minor, F, G. And that's what we're going to practice there. Okay? And that's going to be the chordal part. Now the rhythm, what I'm doing here is I'm strumming, I go down, up, then I stop it, yeah? So that's your first part. Learn how to do that. Down, up, stop. And when I stop it, I'm not like slapping the guitar body. I'm just barely kind of stopping the strings from moving. But what happens is I kind of end up tapping the soundboard. So it gives it like this sound that we call, in ukulele, we call it a chuck. On guitar, same thing. It's like a chuck, but the phrase isn't used as often for guitar. Okay, so down, up, stop, down, up. And then we switch chords. So down, up, stop, down, up, switch. Okay, and that's going to be the rhythm section of it. And the next thing we're going to do is the picking practice, okay? And that's going to be the PDF included thing over here, but I'm going to show you in a close-up view. Alright, so here we are, and we're looking at our C major scale, and this is the scale that we're going up and down. So we're moving through two positions actually, or if you want to break it down to the caged shapes, it's actually going to be 3 positions. But I'm using a 3-note per string pattern, except for some strings are using 4 notes rather than 3. So don't pay any attention to that. All you want to do is be able to play the form that I'm teaching here. So it's an open E string, top string, right? 1st fret with my 1st finger, 3rd fret with my 2nd finger, and the 5th fret with my pinky. So open 1, 3, 5. Now we move down to the next string, 5th string, and I'm going to play with my 1st finger, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret. Okay, so again from the beginning, open 1, 3, 5, moving strings, 2, 3, 5. And I'm going to do that on the next string as well, 2, 3, 5. Now what's changing is when we go to the next string, instead of doing 2, 3, 5, we're going to do 2, 4, 5. Now notice I'm going to use my ring finger for the 4. So when we get down to here, 2, 4, 5, it keeps that hand position like so. Now I'm going to do what's called a shift here. I'm still doing this form, right? So 1st finger, 4th finger, and or 1st finger, 3rd finger, and 4th finger. But I'm going to move it up 1 fret. So when I go down a string and move it up a fret, I'm still using the same fingers. So it's now, instead of being 2, 4, 5, it's going to be 3, 5, 6. Okay? And then we get to the bottom, we're mirroring the first shape, right? That long spread. And it's going to be 3, 5, 7. And I'm using those same fingers, right? That 1st finger, 2nd finger, and 4th finger. And then now I do another shift. So this shift is going to happen here. I'm going to use my pinky to go up to the 8th fret. And that changes my shape. So when I go backwards, I'm going to use my pinky, my ring, and my 1st finger. And I'm going to do 8, 7, 5. Okay, and it goes down. And so it switches back to the other shape, right? So 8, 7, 5, 8, 6, 5. And then I shift, same shape, but onto the next string, 7, 5, 4. Okay, so it goes. And then now I'm going here, and I'm going to do this shape to end it off. So 7, 5, 3. And I'm going to do that on all 3 strings. 7, 5, 3, 7, 5, 3, 7, 5, 3. And I'm going to end back down here on the 1. And then I repeat the process with that open string. When you get down here, shift positions. And just do it without stopping. Keep going. Open, back. And then we can speed up over time. But don't go too fast. What you want to do, the idea is to control your hand. And a good way to practice this is once you got it down and your muscle memory starts doing it itself, then you can, try to do it while you're like watching TV or something. You can even mute it so you're not making noise to bother anybody. But the idea is to get this finger exercise going. Alright, so that's the lesson for this week. Work on that. I will see you guys on Tuesday, and hopefully it all goes well. Alright, aloha.